Hello and welcome back to Coco's Book Nook. Today I have another kind of a challenge, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I'm kind of leaning more towards Shelfpletion, a combination of completing a shelf and depleting it at the same time, like reading them, am I going to keep them or am I going to unhaul? Type of challenge, because I have shelves where I really don't have a lot read on them, so we're gonna kind of fix that in this video. The angle is bad. I don't know how to, because this is my couch, this right here, it doesn't move. It's huge and it's clunky, and we're kind of in a tight spot, so bear with me. I don't want you guys too close to me because that just feels awkward, but I also want you to see the shelf that we're going to be reading off of. It's kind of hard to see the whole shelf, but this one right here, these are my book of the month books, which we're pretty good on those ones. We only have a few left, thankfully. The shelf below is more series. We have Touch of Light and A Shade of Madness, which I do need to read this one. I've read this one. And then we also have the City of Brass trilogy, and I've only read the first one on that one, along with The Atlas Six and A Deadly Education, which I've read both of these. I also have my Emily Wilde Barnes & Noble's editions. I think I only need to read the third one on that one. And then we also have just a couple other random ones on that bottom shelf. From Whom the Bell Tolls, Nightshade, The Night Circus, Fractured Fables. I think I've read half of this. Because I know I've read A Spindle Splintered. I have not read A Mirror Mended. Murder Your Employers. And then I have both Carve the Mark and The Fates Divide, which I don't think I've read those yet. I don't remember reading those. And then Addie LaRue is in the back corner. This shelf, I don't think I've read a single book. Oh, I've read one. I've read one book on the shelf, A Dark and Shallow Lives, which I actually really love this book. So I haven't read a single one of these. I do have on the shelf completely, I have a Spell Shop and The Enchanted Greenhouse. I think if we are going to do these, I'm going to focus on the Spell Shop more than I'm going to focus on this one. We also have Blood Beneath Snow. And then I did not know this, but apparently this is book 2, The Wrath of Dragons. So if we do get this one, we are going to read book 1. Because apparently there is a book 1. I just picked this up because it was pretty. And I liked it. Didn't know there was another one. We have This Ravenous Fate, The Invocations, Song of Silver, Flame Like Night, Briarheart, What We Harvest, Buffy and Every Generation, Rebel of the Sands, The Fate of Crowns, Silver in the Bone, A Strange and Stubborn Endurance, and then The Dark Heroine and Autumn Rose. These are a duology, if not series. I think it's just a duology, but I'm not sure. I picked them up because the covers were gorgeous. But that is what we have for this shelf, and it is 99% unread at this point. So I did already go through and figure out like what I can get for audiobooks, and right now we have The Rebel of the Sands, What We Harvest, Briarheart, and A Song Like Silver Flame. I'm not completely sure which one I want to start with. I think I'm leaning towards starting with What We Harvest. This one is gorgeous. I love the detail on the cover, and that's actually why I picked this book up. And then the back of it. But yes, there's a slight theme of flowers on this shelf and just like plant life, period, because that one's got a dragon on it, or a serpent thing. But there's a lot of plant life on this shelf, if you ask me. I also do need to read From Whom the Bell Tolls for a book club. It's supposed to be in person, but with me working nights, sometimes that just doesn't work out. So I think I'm going to add this one into this, and we're going to see where we get on these 4 books, and how much I get of this done in this vlog, and then maybe Libby will give me another book off the shelf and see where we go from there. I think that's really all I have for the intro of this one. I think we are going to start with What We Harvest. I'm going to work on this probably a little bit today. I do need to sleep at some point because I do work tonight, so I can actually get this done tonight, and at least most of it. It's not very long, so the audio shouldn't be very long, and it's big words. It's like 330 pages. It's not a lot. So we have that one. I think our biggest one that we have with audio is Song of Silver Flame Like Night, which I need to go take these stickers off. 455. So that's definitely our biggest one so far on the shelf. All right, we're gonna go start with these, and I will see you guys back and see how much we get done of this. Bye guys, see you next time. Hello. First update in this vlog. We are currently halfway through For Whom the Bell Tolls, and I am really enjoying this one. Trigger warning, it is about death. Like, it's first chapter, we find out that Lily has cancer, and second chapter, she dies. Very abruptly, like one and done. And then after that, we are on her journey through the afterlife, and her just kind of navigating being unalive, I guess. And it's interesting, and I'm actually really enjoying it a lot. And a couple spots have made me kind of go, and then a couple spots just warmed my heart. And then there's just, I straight up fucking cackled last night at a couple of scenes, and I'm just, it's fun. Like, it's really fun, and it's not serious. and I'm actually really enjoying it. So Lily finds out she has cancer. She passes away. We get into the afterlife, and she remembers her previous lives. I think she's had 2 before that, and she's never lived a full life. Like, I think she said she was 34 when she passed in this one, and the other one wasn't really much more, and she burned at the stake as a witch in that life, and then another life she starved to death as a teenager, I think. I can't remember. Just neglect and stuff like that. And we just kind of, like, go through her paradise, and, like, first we have to go through judgment. She has to figure out where she belongs in the afterlife, because there's... What I like about it is it's not strict Christian heaven and hell. They have everything. They have the Hala, like, you name it, it's in here. And it's kind of interesting, like, learning about different things and stuff like that. Well, she gets bored. So she goes down to hell, and she's like, oh, I'm in customer service. I'm going to help these guys, and blah, blah, blah. And so she's pretty much they pop up like, oh, you understand. And she's like, you're wrong. Please proceed to this route. And there was one guy who walked over to her desk, and she got his file and everything, and he ended up being a child molester, and she literally beat the living shit out of him, and I'm going, you go, girl. But she also finds out that there's a gaming circuit in the afterlife. So she plays a game with this guy called Fruit Bat or something like that. I can't remember exactly what his name, like, his online name was, but she was playing with him, and then I think when she was, like, down in hell, she ran into him, and that's how she met Belle. And she's like, like, I'm kind of falling in love with him, and blah, 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 and then they kind of become a thing, and it's kind of cute. We're getting this little romance down in... And then there's also another one where she's up in the entrance hall, into like, just the afterlife itself. And this little girl comes in, and she's like, no, you're wrong, I belong in hell. Like, my foster mom said I belong in hell. She left for her birthday to go to an aquarium, and she got hit by a car, and unfortunately, and it doesn't go into detail, so trigger, but not detailed trigger. It just mentions that she heard car squealing as I went to stop it. Then she ended up in the afterlife. There is trigger for the abuse. It does, like, describe quite a bit of what the poor girl went through. And so she meets her, and she kind of becomes Sharky's guardian, and just kind of, like, they kind of trauma bonded a little bit, and it was just kind of adorable. And also we get to meet Lucifer, which she calls him Lucy, which is hilarious. There's a whole bunch of other people in here. Lilith, she meets Persephone. She makes a sex joke to Persephone, which is hilarious. And then we also meet Aphrodite and a couple other people during trivia night. Trivia nights are fun. They get drunk, and there's fuzzy navels that are drank, and it's a good time. Like, I'm having a lot of fun with this book, and it's fun, and it's like, not serious, but there are some serious spots, but it's just kind of a little quirky afterlife story as well. And I'm having a lot of fun. We're about halfway through. Belle and Lily are just getting into their smutty romance parts, and yeah. And also, she has a library in her house in paradise. And it was fucking hilarious because Sharky takes Belle into the library and points out books like, oh, she really likes that one. I've seen her read that one. And they're all smut. And what did he say? He said something about, what did he say? He said something about, oh, I'm gonna, I can't remember what he said now. He's like, oh, I'm gonna take notes on these books that he took. And I'm just like, sir, you took the books that look most worn, knowing what they were, and you're gonna take notes? Like, oh, Belle, like, what are you doing? And it made me fucking cackle as I was listening to it last night. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I will probably see you guys when I finish it. It's kind of one of those that it's not a lot to relay and kind of report back on. It's a fun read. That's really all it is. It's just a fun read. But yeah, I'm gonna go and hopefully finish this today because I want to, and yeah. But I am also working on, I want to get as much of this done as I can today because it is a Christmas present. And we're getting down to the wire, and I just want to get as much of it as I can done today because I just want it to be done. I want to go diamond paint, but I also need to finish this. It's looking really cute so far. Like, I kind of like the ripple. I don't like the ends, but we're going to put a border on it, so I don't know how to prevent the ends from looking the way they are. But it's okay. We're going to go finish this. Not finish it. We're going to go work on this and try to finish my book. And I will see you guys in a while. I have finished From Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn, and I loved it. I loved it a lot. It was cute. It was there's so much banter and just funny spots in here that I had a really good time with this one. There are some very heavy spots, so definitely some triggers. There's, just to name a few, there's child abuse, there's just abuse, period. There is war in here, and there is battle scenes, and there's a couple other heavy topics. I mean, it is a book about death. Like, we are in the afterworld. We do experience the cancer in the beginning, and it's heavy, but it's also very, very lighthearted and fun at the same time. I had a lot of fun with it. I really, really, really liked it. 4.5 is what I'm gonna give it. It was not quite a 5-star, but it could be. It's one that I'm probably gonna think about for quite a while. I will have to say that. So it's going on my list. I'm probably gonna get rid of this copy. This is just my paperback. I do have the sprayed edge edition. That's really, really pretty. So I don't know. We'll see. I will see you guys when I pick up a next book, because I don't know which one I'm gonna pick up next. I don't know, but we'll see. But I will see you guys when I decide. I'm about 46% of the way through this. It's not bad. It's It's not captivating my attention as much as I was hoping. I mean, it's gorgeous. I don't even know when I bought this. I'm guessing the year it came out, which would have been, where is 2023? So I've had this for 2 years. It is a first edition, so I think I bought it for the cover. I honestly think I bought it for the cover. It was the YA Book Club exclusive edition from Barnes & Noble. So, yeah. I honestly don't know half of what's going on in here. I do know we are following a girl. Don't know what her name is. I think her name is Mon. Either that or I'm just hearing Mom. But Mom's dead. So, confusion. So we're following the girl and no idea what's going on. All of a sudden there's a magician and he wants something from her. He wanted something from her mother. Atlanteans. I don't know. She meets this guy and I don't want to say it's a whorehouse, but it kind of seems like they're in a whorehouse. And he goes there and she's like, okay, well, if you're not going to pay for her time, she's already bought for the night, so. And then she kills the guy. Not that one. The one who bought her night. All of a sudden it's like, oh, now I have to hide the dead body. And I'm like, girl, what'd you do? Okay. I think she's with the guy from that was trying to talk to her. I don't know. They're running on the run, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck is going on in this book. I'm just here for the vibes, I guess. It's not bad. It's captivating me enough to stay interested, but then there's some spots where I just completely tuned out and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And she also has a mark on her and nobody knows what this is. Everybody's trying to figure out. I have no idea. We're gonna continue listening to it just because I don't know what's going on. It's not really in one ear out the other, but I don't know. I will update you guys when I finish. So I just finished this. No. Low 3, like very low, probably more of a 2-star. I don't know, like it was okay, but it wasn't the greatest. I don't know, like I was just having a really hard time really connecting with anybody in this. But there were also some interesting spots, like the one kid has a demon inside of him, like, okay. We have demon gods that we're trying to find, but then, like, the whole thing, I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, we're in one spot, then we're in another, and now we're fucking kidnapped by the magician again, and it's just like, and then the fucking, Zen's demon monster came out and ate the rest of his blood oath, or what he was owed on lives, and I'm just like, and then we go back to boring shit and just kind of like dragging on, and I don't even know what happened in the last freaking 2 chapters, in the last 20%. Like, I don't care. So yeah, low 3-star, because there were some interesting spots, but it's more of a 2, honestly. I might change my rating to a 2. This is definitely going to be unhauled because there's no point in keeping this on my shelf if I didn't even like it. Am I going to read book 2? Oh, fuck no. We're done. This was it. Yeah. Not for me. It was okay. I don't know. I was bored. I was so bored. I did push on just because there were some interesting spots, honestly. Like, there's tea, which was magic. And then there's, like, a music thingy that she could use to make magic or something. I don't know. Like, there were some interesting spots in this. But, honestly, overall, nope. That's getting tossed in the we don't want it anymore pile. And next up, we still have 3 books left, you guys. But this one is due in 2 days from the lovely Libby. And, I mean, this one's really not that big. I don't know why I bought it, honestly. But the cover, like, right here, it looks like Aladdin. So, maybe that's why I bought it. When was this even released? Because that would be, it's a first copy. 2016. I did not buy this in 2016. I can guarantee you this was bought in, like, 2020 or later. Within the last, like, probably 4 years, I've bought this. The question is where and who and how and where did you come from? Are they? Oh, they are speckled. I was going to say, okay. I'm guessing this is YA. Mortals rule the desert nation of Miraji, but mythical beasts still roam the wild and remote areas, and rumor has it that somewhere Jinn still perform their magic. For humans, it's an unforgiving place, especially if you're poor, orphaned, or female. Okay. A little bit of cross of We Hunt the Flames and, oh, what was that other one? City of Brass? The David Bad trilogy. I read the first book. I like that one. So that's City of Brass? I don't even remember. But maybe potential. I don't know. We will see. I will see you guys when I finish this because it's not that long. I think it was like a 10-hour audio. So, yes. See you guys later. Hi. Hello. I am currently sick. Developing over the last 2 days, and it sucks, and I'm dead. I get sick every year when the temps go from, oh, we're gonna be 50, and then now we're gonna be 5 degrees. Like, instead of that gradual, Montana decides to, screw you. We're going cold. So she did that this year, and yeah, I got sick, and I'm mad about it. But let's talk about Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. This one was actually, I really enjoyed it. The ending, I was listening to it at work last night and it just ended, and I'm like, cool. That's it. Awesome. It's very short. It's 314 pages. So we are following, I don't even remember her name, Amani. And so in the beginning, we're following her, and she's pretending to be a boy. And she shows up at this, like, underground, pretty much a Fight Club type situation, but she's shooting guns. And she's trying to win money so she can disappear because her uncle and her aunt are horrible people. Her uncle is a polygamist. From what I gathered, he has multiple wives, and he wants to keep her as a wife, and her aunt's like, fuck off. No. We're not doing that. And he's like, oh no, she's staying here. She's having my babies, and she's my wife. And her aunt is like, And Amani's like, nope, not happening, dude. So she's trying to win money to get out of their house, and we kind of go on this little journey of what happens in the shootout. There's a foreigner who actually ends up being somebody else down the line, but I don't want to spoil too much of this because I really do want you guys to go and read this. It was fun. It was entertaining, and it kept my attention in a lot of it, and it was good. And Jin was, I don't even know how to describe Jin. He had banter. Like, he had some banter, and he was just like aloof and just, and I'm just like, I like you. It was a lot of fun. And she is definitely a very independent, I can handle my own type of girl, and she was my girl, definitely. But yeah, that is Rebel of the Sands. This is probably going to be a 4-star for me, if not a 3.5. But I enjoyed it. I don't know what we're picking up next. That will be a decision for work me later, because I don't know what I'm doing with my life until then. I might start on another one before then, because I really don't have much left of the skinny yarn on my sister's blanket. But I'm just kind of want to exist until work, so I will let you guys know what I start reading, when I start reading it, or when I've finished it, I guess. I don't know. I will see you guys at some point. So, I just finished Briarheart by Mercedes Lackey. This one was kind of cute. It's, not really a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but also, like, added retelling, I guess. So we're following Miriam, who is Aurora's older sister. She is the daughter of the queen, who remarried to the king later because her previous husband, the king's champion, had died, and it is Miriam's father. So she became the king's stepdaughter and Aurora's stepsister. So Aurora's born, we're going into the christening where a dark fae shows up. Like, it's literally the same story, and Kurt tries to curse her, but Miriam steps in front of Aurora thinking, like, oh, this probably ain't gonna work, but I'm gonna try to save her, and all of a sudden now she has powers, and some weird shit happens, but she saves Aurora, and then we're just she becomes the Aurora's champions or something like that, and she's protecting her and her friend from the kitchen, Grizz, I don't remember his name, but they all become warriors, and Miriam is learning how to wield her powers, not only with the wizard Gerald in the human world, but also Brianna, the fairy, the light fae. And we just kind of go through and figure out what they want with Aurora, period. And it's kind of interesting little twist, I guess. But it was good. I enjoyed it. 3 stars. I'm probably gonna unhaul my copy. I don't know if I really want to keep it. It was good, but I don't think it's want to keep good, but I did enjoy it. And next up, last but not least, we have what we harvest on our shelf. This one is not very long. It's 322 pages, so not that long at all. I really love that cover though. So that one is an interesting cover and I love it. And then I still need to work on this. We made some progress. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna listen to what we harvest, and then I will see you guys at the end of the book and vlog. So bye guys. We have finished what we harvest, and as much as I really love this cover, we are going to be unhauling it. It was okay. So we're following Wren, and they live in Hollow's End. And there's this blight that comes, and pretty much, like, if you breathe it in, if you touch it, anything, like, you can get the blight as well. And they pretty much turn into zombies, and it's kind of weird, and I kind of had a hard time getting into it. So there's these 4 families who founded Hollow's End, and they all have rings, and they have these crystals that they break open that have this blight in them, and to help have magnificent fields and animals and stuff like that. Well, it gets out of control, and it just kind of goes poof, and pretty much takes over the whole entire town. And these people turn into zombies pretty much, and they're trying to fight the blight. And it was okay. It was just kind of for me. 1.5 stars. Like, it really wasn't that great, honestly. So we are unhauling this. And to wrap this whole entire vlog up, because I have read quite a few books already. I think that's the last one that we needed to read. So we started with For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn, and I actually really enjoyed this one. It was a 4-star. So we are keeping, well, we're getting rid of this copy because I have the hard copy with the sprayed edges on it. I mean, why keep the paperback when I have the pretty one, right? But we aren't unhauling this because I hated it. We're unhauling it because I have the pretty version and we don't need the paperback. So, but this one was a 4-star. We also read Song of Silver, Flame Like Night. We are also getting rid of this one. This one was a 3. It was okay. I didn't enjoy it as much. I mean, you guys saw my thoughts on it, honestly. I don't even remember what this even is about. I do now. But yeah. Unhaul, 3-star. And then we read Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton, and I actually did enjoy this one, 3.5, but not enough to actually keep the book. But it was enjoyable. And then we ended up with Briarheart by Mercedes Lackey. This one was fun. It wasn't enough to make me want to keep the book, but it was still a fun read. And then last but not least, What We Harvest. We are also unhauling this one, 1.5, like I just told you guys. But was this a win? A win to clear my shelves? Yes. A win completely? Not really. There's really only 2 books in here that I enjoyed out of all 5 of these, honestly. But that's a wrap on this. But thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next vlog.